productive in your day-to-day life. And I'm going to share with you some examples from people that is highly that you can feel that is like they are how they being productive beside their examples that I'm going to share on this live on this video. Number one, the myths of willpower. Let's start with the biggest lie in productivity. You get you just need more discipline. No, you don't, because motivation dies, energy drains. What keeps the most productive people going isn't a fight against laziness. It is a system that removes decision decision fruit go. It is a system that removes decision frugal, worrying about what you can do. Maybe you might understand this in different way, but I'm going to share with you example that is the detox that can allow you to not be productive. And the people that have applied this, the myth of like removing the myth of willpower in their decision making based on how they are being productive in life. Example, the person is Steve, head of Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, Steve Jobs wear the same black turtleneck every day, not because of style, but because he didn't want to waste brain power deciding what to wear. He didn't want to waste, like, it's not just like a procrastination in that level, just like a procrastination, but isn't not like it is not a procrastination in a certain way. Do you understand? And I have some another example that I'm going to share you. A real experiment from a high hero that we respect to this day. And that's second, Barack Obama. Barack Obama said he only wear gray or blue shirt for the same reason. Now he shared the same reason, this reason that make him wearing this gray or blue shirt every single time where you see him. He said, I have too many decisions to make. You see that? I have too many decisions to make. So why am I worrying about wearing a gray or blue shirt? Why am I worrying? I just need to. Let's take for instance, when you hear about Steve Jobs or you have seen him perform in a stage or in a concrete, did he do you think that that man is worried about what he wear? He is worried about what he wanted to talk, if he even worry about it. Just be confident in yourself. Don't need to say, oh, this clothes, I think it is not right, I need to change it, or I need to wear a suit to perform in a concrete or perform in a stage so that people will be looking at me being amazed that I'm a billionaire or something like that. They don't care about it. They don't care about. Now, I'm not saying that you can't wear a shirt that can make you fit in or stand out, something like that, but that is not the major worst case scenario in being productive. You have to wear the one that will make you comfortable, the one that will not shrink you out when you are glued in that chair, when you are trying to make a productive thing in your life, like trying to be productive so that you can make a good thing out of your life. They knew that the human brain burns through mental energy every time it chooses. So they simplify life to focus that energy on okay. So they simplified life to focus that energy on what actually matters. You see that? Steve Jobs cannot walk on the stage, let's take for instance, or Barack Obama cannot walk up on the stage and begin to like being worried of what he wear. He don't care. He just worry about the real matter that matters, which is to tell the people what the new product is or what the information is, and went off. Fine looking, no distraction from what he wears. Because you will burn down your mental energy instead of focusing on what matters. You will be focusing on what it matters. I don't say your clothes don't matters. Don't wear rag. I don't say your clothes don't matters. Don't wear rag. But I say, is that a really way to focus to be productive? That ain't. So the second one is flow over force. Let's look at Elon Musk for a second. People call him crazy productive, but here is the truth. He is not running on endless motivation. He is obsessed with flow states. He is obsessed with flow states. Flow is that zone where time disappears. Is the difference between working 8 distracted hours and 2 deep hours that move life forward. It's not about how hours distracted, but that little one that you give yourself a chance to think, to rest, to recharge. It's not about fighting against everyone or fighting against yourself. Sometimes you need that brain little energy, little rest, sleep for a second or 2 minutes or an hour to give your brain a chance, because it can optimize more than you never expect if you give it the chance for it to rest, for it to recalibrate, for it to really like thought of something necessary. If you really need to be productive, you need to have a time for yourself, have a time for your brain to recalibrate, to recharge. You can see Elon Musk is doing it. Musk breaks his day into 5 minute blocks. That's not obsession, that is architecture. He builds his focus deliberately, just like an engineer builds rockets. Get it on the stand, get it on the stand. So the third part is, which is the third segment, is energy management, beats time management. Here's something the productive gurus rarely says. The most productive people don't manage time, they manage energy. See that? They won't say this online. Mostly productivity gurus that discuss about productive, they won't say this online, but you can hear it from me. That is that. You can hear it freely. They don't discuss about it. They won't if you don't hear it from them. Here is an example of this energy management beats time management. Let's take for instance Sharon Williams. I'll spell it if I don't say it correct. Serena Williams. When she trained for major tournaments, she didn't just build her physical strength, she built her energy rhythm. See that? Energy beats energy management beats time management. Energy management beats time management. He takes his time to prepare, because the battle is won 1,000 times on the preparing room before it even came out. So not even to manage your time like You don't need to focus on that their preparation or preparing or writing a script that I just right now and been explaining on this live stream. It's not about that, but it's about managing the energy, putting the energy in work, putting it in the actual direction that will make you more productive, more actable on some other things that you are doing in life. Let's take for instance another example. Tim Ferriss, author of the 4 Hours Work Week. He says productivity skyrocketed when he started working when his brain was most alive. But I don't know when his brain is most alive. Maybe in the morning, when the sky is so cool, when the energy flows much better. Maybe if you watch my productive video I have posted on YouTube earlier days, if you watch it, you may get more details. But you can get more details in this video because I haven't explained all. But you can get more details there about this. When your energy flows, you will get it there. More explained well. So he said he started when okay. He said his productivity skyrocketed when he started working when his brain was mostly alive. Not when the clock says 9 to 5. Not when the clock says 9 to 5. He already figured out when the energy flows much. Not when he's about to go to work or when he's about to be working. He knows when his energy flows. So don't you cooperate with that. Find when your energy flows much better. So here's the truth bomb. You are not lazy. You are probably just working against your natural rhythm. You are not lazy. That's what I'm talking about. If you go to that video, you will see much more explanation on that video than this one. On this rhythm, when your energy flows much better, even though it's an evening slumps, morning slump, evening second wings, evening like afternoon slumps, morning, those those feelings that you get in the morning when you wake up. If you wake up that time your energy flows much better, you can be doing your productive that time rather than doing it at work where you are not even deliberately, but you are distracted and your energy flows. So the fourth one is ruthless and elimination of noise. Let's talk about Warren Buffett, the example that we are going to discuss on this Fox session. The billionaire investor, which is the Warren Buffett. Someone once asked him how to be successful. He said, the difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything that comes their way. It's not about how much you can get in a day, but it's how much you will get done in a day when the day will be over. So it's not about you need to prioritize saying no in some of the opportunities that came into your way, because not all of them will bless you. Some of them will drain you, some of them will ruin you, some of them will put you in the right position, which is you to prioritize or practice saying some no, some of the opportunities that came into your way. That's not laziness, just like I'm saying, to prioritizing saying no in some of the opportunities that came away. That is his strategy. That is strategic isolation. He knows that focus is destroyed by noise, endless meetings, fake urgencies, and shallow walks. See that? Prioritizing say no in some of those distractions. Maybe your fake urgencies that you need to do this urgently. Have you really checked? Is it worth looking at on? Is it really worth like experimenting or doing that task that you think that is urgent? Do you really have something to know about it? The fifth one is the inner shift, which is the most powerful one. So here is the truth. Here is the twist. Sorry. The healing power isn't in tools, hacks, or apps. It's an identity shift. It is in you, the inner shift, the shift that we want, the all the things that we are going to, like you have this, we have discussed on this live stream, is in you. The shift have to, the switch have to flip in you, and all things that will change. The flip or the inner shift that will flip, the switch, or how you can describe it to make it more energizable for your brain to understand, or more obvious for you to understand it. You can. Productive people don't say, I want to focus. They say, I am the kind of person who protects my focus. That's not motivation, that's self identification. So let me leave you with this. You don't need to be more disciplined, you need to be more deliberate with your time, with your energy, how your energy flows, how you can concentrate with your work. No, if you build that for yourself, you will stop fighting to stay consistent and start living a state of quiet power. So I'm gonna wrap this live stream up here. If you ever made it to this ending, or if you made it to this live stream, it's awesome. If you really apply these principles that I share on this live, as it's cool, you are going to really stay out of the rat race of consistency or productivities that is out there. You're going to stand out and be one of the top 0.000% people that is doing the best for themselves and be really proud of themselves, because you're not going to be doing the best or doing productivity principles that you apply in your life and still be worried. Why? You can't. I mean, if you apply these principles, you can't be worried so much of your time, like spending your time in some of the things that you are doing. You are not to be worried. You need to prioritize deliberating your time to not be engaging yourself in fake meetings. Maybe it's a meeting for your company for it to grow, but is it every time are you doing it? Is it every time that you are showing up there? Is it meaningful for your company to grow? If it is not, you need to prioritizing deliberation. Prioritize practicing how to be quiet sometimes. Think about it. Think about how your company can be stand out if you really stop, like if you tell your board to chill. Let's really have thoughts in each of even one of us to really know where we are getting discouraged or getting mixed out on the rat on I cannot say rat race, but on the process that you guys are. So And the word is enough for the wise. I'm gonna see you in the next live stream. Whenever I catch you up. See you. Chill.